I hope there's some CrossFit folks that maybe raise the ire of some weightlifting folks and vice versa. Because to me, that intensity will make everybody perform a little bit better.
So Chris, kind of walk us through the rules of this triplet.
Yep, so your squat clean's got to come from the ground, hips got to pass below the knee, so we're just looking for that full squat that you see normally in any other CrossFit competition. Pull-ups, chin has to be over the bar or above the bar, so it does not have to break the plane, so you could see a butterfly pull-up. And then double unders, obviously competitors are supplying their own ropes. Rogue has also supplied some as well. And in this, you're going to see some monsters here. You got Austin Malleolo, I think you've got Derek in there. You've got some guys that are really going to do well. Yeah.
And Austin at the front of your screen in the white skins. Many of these athletes have traded in their singlet and they just received the 3-2-1 go. And we're off. Breck Berry right there. So we've got some well-known CrossFitters. You can see Damon Stewart in the white shorts on the far right of their screen. And those judges are right there next to them to make sure that they're adhering to those standards. So many athletes in under 15 seconds are onto the pull-up bars. Remember, Derek Marquardt, who you see on the far right of your screen there, is actually competing in the 69-kilo men's group.
Yeah, he wasn't able to make it yesterday, but able to squeak in today, and I know Russell's got his eye on him from yesterday's
Yeah, I'm sure. Russell is your current leader in that weight class, but Derek is going to try to knock him off that top of the totem pole. There's Derek right there, front and center on your screen, so he's not having any problem with those double unders, which you would expect from a games competitor.
Yeah, and right back to the cleans, and Austin not in the screen right now, but right behind him, and so is Breck on the far side.
There's David Stewart. Many of these athletes at this point, it's just a quick touch and go with that weight on the ground. Not really wanting to drop it and readjust the grip because it just takes so much time. But this is a workout. Many people maybe don't realize this without doing it, but this does take a toll on your grip, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and really I think where these guys are going to notice it, especially guys that you're looking at now, Austin and Derek, is the pull-up. It's not going to be the squat clean. The pull-up is where I really found the grip to be challenging, especially come round 6 or 7. The pull is still there, but when the grip is gone, it makes it a little bit more challenging to get the chin over the bar.
Now, are there certain things that you can do or techniques that you can employ as you're doing that squat clean that you can maybe do something that will conserve your grip strength?
Not so much grip, but if you get another good camera view here, you'll see Derek and Austin. You'll see some a little bit more efficient movement from Austin going down. Derek's kind of banging the bar off the ground. If you watch Austin, he keeps the bar real tight. Derek gets a little jolt at the bottom. You can see that, and that's
okay.
You know, as little as that is, that's going to waste some energy. And you can see Derek already dropping the bar, and Austin doing more of a stiff leg deadlift, which is actually pretty efficient for a rep like this, a weight like this.
Yeah, and I was just going to say that weight is 55 kilos, so it's about 121 pounds, and not a heavy weight for these gentlemen. But yet over time, it sure takes its toll.
Exactly, and it's really going to be more than anything a lung burner. You know, that's what the squat cleans are going to do. Any one of these guys, a guy like Derek, Austin, Breck, any of these guys out here, they can hit 6 squat cleans at any time, even no matter how tired they are. But it's going to depend on how much that's going to take out of them later on.
Okay, and here's Austin. We're approaching the 7-minute and 20-second mark.
Looks like he's finishing round 3, I believe, right now.
And he likes those skins. He kept them on the entire competition at the games. He was easy to identify.
He does, yep. He's always wearing the white skins for sure.
There's Derek Marquardt. Okay, on the right-hand side of your screen, you see Austin Malleolo. On the left-hand side of your screen, you're seeing an athlete who's taking a lot of time and not being able to break those, or he has to break those pull-ups up.
Yeah, and I believe he's more just your strict Olympic lifter. And if you get another shot of him doing the clean, he's got some crazy hip extension, but you can tell the rest of the fitness piece is kind of biting him right now.
Well, and you can expect that that's exactly where it would take its toll. This AMRAP would take its toll on those specialized athletes that are Olympic lifters coming in. You can expect them to have problems with those double unders and the pull-ups.
Yeah, and you can see most of these guys, Derek here, working to get his elbows in front of the bar as he opens that hip. That's kind of the other ruling they're looking for on that squat clean, making sure people are standing up, elbows still in front of the bar.
Okay. And we're fast approaching the 6-minute mark, 4 minutes down. And Derek's going with a little bit shorter shorts. He's kind of come into vogue, right?
Yeah, he is. I think Derek's one of those military guys, so we're going to have some of the nice slits in the leg there. Give the easy squat.
And there's Kevin Montoya.
Looks like Kevin's down to singles again, which again is just his way of managing that work, but you can see he's not stopping. You know, that might be his pace, but he's not going to stop.
Right. And Austin, we're not sure which round he's on, but it looks like he's our current leader.
Yeah, I want to say this might be the start of round 4 or 5. I'm not sure. Looks like Austin's working to try to keep all 6 reps in a row, and he has on that one.
So, I mean, what do you think is possible that we'll see some of these athletes do? You got 8 rounds. What do you think is possible with some of these CrossFitters?
Sure, I think I know, you know, hindsight 2020. I know I could have gotten 9+ rounds. Looks like the pull-ups are starting to hurt Austin a little bit here. Maybe the altitude. I think he's from Albany, New York. Yeah. So, you know, we're probably close to 7,000 feet. So that's unfortunately one of those things that he's just going to have to deal with. So I think 9+ is, there's potential there for that.
So Austin is in his 4th round. We just passed the 5-minute mark. And you see Derek, like you say, he's dropping that bar, but he's not stopping.
Exactly, and that's the thing, though, is if Derek, yeah, and there's that grip taking play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's something as easy as just trying to hang on to a hook grip. You can see his thumbs are taped, and that's something you'll see often with guys in Olympic lifting or even in CrossFit, try to get a little bit more bite on the bar, give you something to grab onto.
Gotcha. Yeah, you were close to completing 9 rounds. You're well on your way to that. And so you think one more go at it and you'd be able to do it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the downfall of me not doing stuff prior to it. I don't like to because I don't want to put expectations on myself, but at the same time, now that I know what I did do, I know if I kind of manage things a little bit differently, maybe I go 5 rounds unbroken on the squat cleans, and that gives me another 10 seconds to finish 20 double unders, and there's 9 rounds. You know,
sure.
So.
There's Breck Berry. There we see a wide view of the entire competition, and these guys are just going crazy. It can look confusing, but trust me, each of these guys knows exactly where they are in this workout. Good shot of the crowd. People are close. They can yell. There's Austin right now in his squat cleans.
Yeah. And you can tell that's like that's that flip side of things for athletes, you know. I was breaking up the squat cleans and doing pull-ups unbroken, and Austin's kind of on the flip side of that. The squat clean's not difficult for him, but you can tell the pull-ups are starting to take a little bit of a toll on him. He's going to be breaking them up. Got a little bar gazing with both these guys, standing here waiting to get some work done.
Okay, we've got 3 minutes left in this workout. You see Derek Marquand on the left, still pretty proficient with his double unders.
Yeah, and Derek looks like he's decided to hop off that mat and get on the tennis court to hit his down.
I'm not sure who that looks like. Kevin Montoya.
Yeah, and you can tell Kevin's midline's getting a little rocked. He's pulling that bar off the ground. It's super round back. He's strong enough to get away with it, but you can tell that's a key. That's one of those things when you can tell when athletes are getting tired. Midline starts to go pretty quick.
There's Wesley right there as he's trying to rally his body. We're fast approaching that 2-minute mark where he said it's kind of go time because you can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, and this is where these guys are gonna have to dig in a little bit. Steady pace with a lot of them. And here's where you got to kind of want it, you know, for any of these guys that want to do well on a triplet or they're trying to beat the guy next to him. This is the time where you're going to do it in the next 2 minutes. And Austin's maybe altitude's getting to him. The guy's a monster, so you know he's got some in the tank left.
There he goes. There's Derek Marquand. Now we've got some big names coming up later on the day, both in the men's and the women's categories. Chris, you know many of these CrossFitters quite well. Who are some names that we can kind of look for, or who might you think will do really, really well on this triplet?
You know, you're looking at one of them right now. Austin's probably one of the next guys in line that's going to really have a take at this triplet. Matt Chan is another guy to keep your eye on. The pull-ups are going to be tough for him, but Matt lives at 5,000 feet, so the altitude's not going to be an issue.
Right.
So he's one to watch for. Pat Burr.
Kevin Montoya right there on your screen just took took the lead. He's on his 8th round. He's with the squat cleans, and he just pulled ahead of Austin Malleolo.
That's strong work for Kevin. You can tell, even though he's got that round back, it doesn't matter. It's just constant movement.
Right.
And that's going to make a big difference instead of staring at bars and things like that. So hopefully he can muster up, 12 pull-ups and 24 double unders in the next 53 seconds here.
Now, he's no stranger. Kevin Montoya is no stranger to competition like this. He did quite well at the Mountain Regionals. There's Derek Marquand. Once again, no stranger to these types of competitions. Austin Malleolo is really getting tired.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it's probably the altitude, and then again, who knows? He hit a big clean and jerk. I think he hit 275, and that was probably about 10 minutes ago.
Okay, we're under the 30-second mark. We've got about 24 seconds left.
Yeah, Kevin's working to finish up those double unders, looks like.
Yeah.
And I think he'll get those in probably pretty easily, and maybe even try to hit another round of squat cleans. Maybe not get all 6, but he could get a couple in.
Okay, 10 seconds away. Come on, Austin. Let's go, Derek. And on the left there, you're seeing Montoya.
Working for one rep.
One more squat clean in, and time is up.
Yeah.
Every rep counts, so it's just like the scoring at the games this past summer.
Absolutely, and that's something, he didn't know if he was going to get the rep, and maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but regardless, he went for it, and that could mean the difference in the end.
Kevin got 8 rounds in 1 rep, so great job on Kevin's part. There's Austin.
Yeah. Austin's definitely, you can tell he worked hard, gave it all he had. That's all you can ask from any of these guys.
Exactly. Kevin gets the award for the quickest recovery, though. He's up and walking around and giving high five signals to his supporters. And Chris, that's kind of a pain unlike any other, isn't it? when you give it everything you've got on an AMRAP like that.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the things that's really difficult at the end of that. If you've given all you have, you're done.
There's a look at Wesley as he's recovering.
All right, guys, so it looks like we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back in just a little bit.